Hey, Tony. It's finally gonna be time to meet my parents tomorrow. Are you mentally prepared?
Um, well, I'd like to think I'm prepared. But didn't your dad used to be a boxer?
Sure he did. But that's ancient history now. And it's not like he ever won any titles or anything. And he only ever fought in the amateur leagues.
Oh, but still, he knows how to throw a punch. Being a man is about fighting it out with your fists. That was his motto, right?
Yeah, I guess he always was kind of a meathead. I guess if I was to say you should be careful about anything, it'd be that. Still, he's not the kind of guy to put his hands on someone without any fighting experience. So I really don't think you have anything to worry about.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that. I can't believe we're already engaged and I'm only just now meeting your parents. I'm doing my best to take my mind off it, but I just can't seem to get my nerves under control. I guess it can't be helped.
Pull yourself together, Tony. You're the CEO of the biggest washing machine manufacturers on the East Coast. Wonderful Washing Machines wouldn't be half the company it is without your tenacious, can-do attitude, and that's a fact. Remember how bold and confident you always are at work? Just tap into that and you'll breeze it.
Well, I guess you're right, but how to put it? Whenever I'm at work, it's like I have my war switch turned on. The industry's full of naysayers and detractors, right? Remember how doubtful everyone was about my suitability for the job when I got my promotion? Because of how young I am? I guess you could call my over-the-top, balls-to-the-wall charisma a survival tactic.
There's nothing wrong with that, baby. If it works, it works. You're the kind of guy who produces the goods when push comes to shove. In your entire life, has there ever been a situation you couldn't navigate? Nope, I didn't think so. You'll be fine tomorrow, too. Trust me.
You're right. And whether I worry about it or not, tomorrow is happening, and that ain't gonna change. Screw it, I'm going all in, all or nothing.
Hey, chill out, babe. It's not a military operation. Promise me you won't charge my parents or do anything crazy, okay?
Oh, alright, I'm gonna figuratively crush it tomorrow by maintaining a cool air of confidence while being polite and respecting social norms. How's that?
Perfect. Looks like you're already back to your old self.
You really think so?
No doubt about it. All right. Well, see you tomorrow.
Yeah. See you then.
Good grief. To think that was all it took for you to run off with your tail between your legs. Pathetic. Ah, well, a frail social misfit like you never had a hope of winning against a lean, mean killing machine like me. The weak should fear the strong. Yee-ho!
Is it fair to assume this is Butch, Lexi's dad?
That's right. Boom. Respect the guns.
Butch, with all due respect, I'm your daughter's fiancé. We're getting married soon, and today was the first time I ever met you. Why the hell did you punch me in the face?
To test your mettle, boy. To think you couldn't even withstand a 10% power warm-up punch with my left hand. You spineless little beansprout. I've never met such a pitiful excuse for a man.
You do understand that even a 10% power punch is gonna rock me when it lands square in my face, right in the middle of me trying to introduce myself. You're a former boxer, for crying out loud.
So let me get this straight, boy. Instead of rising to the challenge and fighting back like a man, then and there, toe-to-toe, man-to-man, you run off and start sending me these whiny crybaby messages from a safe distance. Or I can't get you. Pathetic. I eat shrimp like you for breakfast. You're such a flimsy wet noodle of a man. I bet you barely make 50 pounds wet, though. I bet you drink soy lattes, too, don't you? Boom!
My nose is bleeding and my face is all swollen because of you.
What's your point?
I can't speak. anymore.
Huh?
They just got done patching me up at the hospital.
Weakest punch I've ever thrown put you in hospital.
I also had the docs print off a medical certificate.
You're undisciplined, weak. Your training insufficient.
That's not what I'm talking about here.
In any case, I can't give my daughter's hand in marriage to a lowly temp.
Temp? Do you mean temp worker?
Yeah. Now you listen to me, boy, and you listen good. You know that washing machine company you used to work for as a temp? What was it again? Wonderful Washing Machines. They're one of my company's biggest clients. I saw you show up at our office with their sales manager countless times.
Oh, is that so?
But you haven't been showing your face lately. So I can only assume your temp contract came to an end, and now you're back out on the streets begging with your tin can. I can't leave my daughter's future in hands of such a good-for-nothing pansy.
Is that why you punched me in the face the instant we met?
Damn right it is.
I guess you weren't interested in letting me introduce myself then.
Why the heck would I want to listen to some dumb temp worker introduce himself? I'd rather watch paint dry or stick needles in my eyes. But more important than that, like hell I'd give her away to a flaccid pansy who goes flying across the room from my weakest punch. Oh, if you still want to marry my daughter, then you'll have to defeat me in single combat. Either we settle this old style, man to man, or we don't settle it at all, and you get the hell out of my daughter's life. Show me what you're made of, pipsqueak.
Fine. I won't marry her.
What?
First of all, no one who claims to be a true student of martial arts would sucker punch a rookie while he was trying to introduce himself. Which basically means you just did something that even I, as someone with zero fighting experience, know is frowned upon in the martial arts world.
Quit your whining, pansy. What you gonna do? Call the martial arts police? If you can only talk smack from behind the safety of your phone, you're nothing but a coward. My daughter ain't marrying no coward. You flimsy pipsqueak.
Tony, are you okay?
Hey, Lexi, thanks for coming with me to the hospital yesterday. It means a lot.
Of course I was gonna come with you, silly. This was all my fault. Oh my god, babe, I feel terrible about what my dad did to you. I'm so sorry. I had no idea he'd do something like that to you the moment you met him.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little shocked. What the hell was he trying to do? I can't make any sense of it.
Well, about that. How to put this? It seems as though he was trying to recreate a scene from a certain drama he likes from the olden days.
A drama?
You know, like a no man weaker than me gets to have my daughter's hand in marriage, pow, kind of thing.
I've never heard of that kind of thing before.
I got a message from my mom this morning explaining how he hit the beers when he got home and wouldn't stop bragging gleefully about what he did to you all night. Eventually, she got so bored of his antics, she went to the bedroom on her own, but all she could hear from the kitchen was, boom, got him.
Jesus. What the hell? You're telling me that's why I got punched?
Yeah.
Even though I didn't do anything to him.
First of all, please believe me when I tell you I've tried to convince him to try being more open-minded about this. But basically, in his mind, you're nothing but the guy who stole his daughter. I told him countless times you didn't steal me. But he's so stubborn he never listens to a word I say. I'm so sorry, Tony.
No. Don't apologize to me, babe. This ain't your fault. You often hear about how complicated the emotional states of dads struggling to come to terms with their daughters getting married can be, so it's not like I don't understand why you might feel uncomfortable about the whole thing. but punching me in the face was taking it a step too far.
Right. I couldn't agree more. I completely understand where you're coming from, and I'm 100% on your side. However, you want to deal with him, whatever kind of action you want to take for what he did to you. I want you to know I'll have your back no matter what.
It's probably going to end up causing you guys some trouble, though.
Don't worry about me and my mom, Tony. We know exactly what he's like. Just do whatever you think you need to do to make this right.
Got it. Thanks, babe. That means a lot to me.
Hey, Alexi. Lexi, you there? This is bad. That boyfriend of yours just sent a sign for a package to the house, and that ain't even the half of it. Apparently, he's filing criminal charges, too. That goddamn sniveling coward. Why, Ayada, what in heck's name does he think he's playing at?
You punched him in the face when he came to introduce himself and announce our engagement. That's why he's filing criminal charges. The police are currently carrying out their investigation and will likely be calling you in for questioning real soon. But let me make it abundantly clear to you that Tony has no intention of settling out of court with you or dropping the charges under any circumstances for that matter.
Huh?
That's all he wanted me to tell you.
Whoa. You hold on just a goddamn second. That was just a test to determine whether the kid's worthy of marrying you, that's all. If I had to say, I'd call it a form of initiation ritual, a rite of passage, you know? Like those African tribes. No one marries my daughter without earning their stripes first. Why should I be treated like a criminal just 'cause your flimsy pipsqueak boyfriend was too frail and wobbly to take my jab? I didn't even use my power hand.
It's never acceptable to punch someone unless it's in self-defense. What you did was criminal, plain and simple. To make matters worse, you're a former boxer. You and him are practically in different worlds in terms of skill. Tony has no martial arts experience, and there's no way he could have ever hoped to stand up to you. You should have known better. You do well to remember that your sentence, or whatever punishment you end up getting, will be even heavier because of that.
No way. It was just a rite of passage.
Oh, and by the way, do you have any idea how much your little stunt is going to screw up your reputation at work? You're as good as finished at that company now. Did you even think about that before you did it? Are you even thinking about it now?
Huh? How do you mean? My reputation screwed up? Laughable. There ain't no one more respected than me at that company. Don't talk nonsense, young lady. I could do whatever I wanted to a flimsy wet noodle like him, and no one would bat an eyelid. He's a temp worker, for crying out loud. The lowest of humanity.
What the hell does that have to do with anything? Whether he's a temp worker or not has nothing to do with it. You can't seriously think people's employment status gives you the right to physically assault them. It worries me how you can be so old as you are and this lacking in common sense. Besides, Tony isn't even a temp worker anyway.
Wait, what? You kidding me?
You seem to have convinced yourself he's a temp worker based on nothing more than the fact that you saw him visiting your company from Wonderful Washing Machines a few times. Want to know what he was actually visiting your company for? To meet your boss after stepping up as the new CEO of the company, and to discuss your future relationship as trading partners together.
He's a CEO, and he came to meet my boss.
The entire management team at Wonderful Washing Machines got reformed a few months back when the old CEO finally stepped down after running the company for some 40 years.
He's the new, he's the CEO. Oh man, this ain't good.
That's right. Tony is the new CEO.
Well, this is the first I've heard of it.
He was planning on telling you after introducing himself, but yeah, you went and royally screwed up the whole thing, didn't you, Dad? To be honest, I thought you'd already know considering how deep your company's relationship is with Wonderful Washing Machines. But you clearly have no interest in what's going on at your workplace. Oh, I see. Well, in any case, it's too little too late now. By the way, Mom left you a signed set of divorce papers and moved out, right?
No. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Why even bother trying to hide it? It's not going to change anything. She told me everything. This should be obvious to you by now, but just in case you haven't realized, I want to make it clear that I'm on Mom's side in all of this.
But why? How can you betray me like this? All I did was my best to fulfill my sworn duty to you as your father and the patriarch of our bloodline.
By punching my fiancé in the face? What did he do to deserve that?
Well, think about it. He deflowered you, baby. The rose of your virginity will never be restored. And now you'll be damaged goods forever. The least I could do was punch the sucker in the face for it. Consider it a leveling the playing field.
God, you're disgusting.
What?
Who the do you think you're calling damaged goods? All I want to do is get married and build a happy home with the man I fell in love with. What the hell is so wrong about that? Why won't you just let me be happy for once in my goddamn life, Dad? Why must you always screw up everything? You're nothing but a pea-brained blockhead with views on the world so outdated they belong in the Stone Age. What is it going to take for you to realize you're destroying my happiness?
I'm destroying your happiness.
If you genuinely want me to be happy, then there's only one thing you can do for me. Leave me alone and never try to get involved in my life again.
Lexi.
I suggest you cooperate with the police and atone for what you did to my fiancé.
No, wait, please, babe. Don't do this. You'll always be my baby girl, right?
Goodbye forever.
Tony, I'm begging you, kid, you gotta drop the charges. Please persuade Lexi and my wife to change their minds. I'm begging you here. It's looking like my company are gonna fire me too, damn. Please, kid, I'm serious. You gotta help me out here. Tony, why won't you answer me?
Lexi? I haven't seen you much lately. Did I do something wrong? I knew it. Are you upset about me filing charges with the cops against her dad?
Huh, Tony?
Lexi, do you hate me now?
Wait, no, it's not like that. I think you did the right thing.
Then why have you been avoiding me?
I haven't been avoiding you. It's complicated, Tony. Think about it. I'm the daughter of the man who punched you in the face. I'm your attacker's daughter. No matter which way you look at it, I'm not suitable for you. I'm not worthy of you, Tony. You deserve someone better than me.
Wow, so that's why you haven't been talking to me? Jeez, Lexi.
I mean, of course I couldn't.
No. You've got this all wrong, babe. I'm the one who should have been more considerate towards your feelings. Your dad hitting me like that must have been really tough for you to process, right? I should have been more emotionally available. I'm so sorry I didn't notice you were hurting, babe.
No, stop it. You have nothing to apologize for, Tony.
In that case, let me ask you one more time. Lexi, will you marry me?
Tony?
There ain't another girl on this planet I want to call my wife. You're the only one for me, babe, until I die. If I can't have your hand in marriage, then I'd rather stay single for the rest of my life.
Are you sure this is what you want? Are you sure you want me to be your wife, Tony?
I don't want anyone but you, baby. You're my honey pie, my sugar muffin, my super sexy treacle dumpling.
Tony, you're my big cuddly wuddly teddy bear.
Can I come over to your house? I want to see you. You can answer my question when we're together, when you're lost in my warm embrace. Our souls intertwined as one.
All right. I'm waiting for you. Tony, Thank you.
I already knew what the answer was going to be, but I wanted to hear it in person. So with that, I made my way to Lexi's house straight away. After that, we immediately began living together. Lexi's mom currently enjoying her nearly single life after the divorce. She lives in the same neighborhood as me and Lexi, and she's surrounded by the warmth and loving support of her family, friends, and neighbors. Lexi's dad, Butch, on the other hand, he was disowned by his daughter, divorced by his wife, and fired from his job. Not only that, but he also got slapped with a criminal record for what he did to me on that fateful day. What's more, apparently he flipped out and resisted arrest when the cops came to take him in, which meant he got hit with an additional charge of interference with a public servant in the execution of their duties. It must have been at that point he realized the sheer unparalleled stupidity of his actions. I was so surprised when he sent me a letter of apology through his lawyer that my jaw almost hit the floor. But whether the day will come when we actually end up making peace depends entirely how he chooses to proceed from here on out. My main focus now is enjoying my new life, happily married to the most beautiful, pure-hearted girl in the world, while watching her over with warmth and affection.